Hi, hello, my name is Umenge Takayanan from Occidental Mindoro State College, and here we are again for another video lesson, but this time I got a different topic to discuss, which is the 6 do's and don'ts of public speaking. But before we begin, I would like to ask you a question. Do you enjoy speaking in front of a crowd and making presentations with all eyes and ears in you? Of course, we all do. It is true that giving presentations is just naturally easier for some other people. There are people who already have the talent and skill in speaking, while others don't and get phobic about it. In fact, 41% of people have a great fear in speaking before a group, and I think that's a big problem because the reality is we can't avoid public speaking. In some areas of our life, there are situations like you might be asked to give a speech about a friend's wedding or a eulogy for a loved one or inspire a group of volunteers at a charity event and etc. In short, good speaking skills can enhance your reputation, boost self-confidence, and open up countless opportunities, especially in your career. However, while good speaking skills can open doors, poor speaking skills can close them. For example, your boss might decide against promoting you after sitting to a poorly delivered speech, or you may lose a valuable contract by failing to connect prospects during a sales speech, or you may have a poor impression to your teams because you trip with your words and do not look people in the eye. Because when we don't look people in the eye, it means that we're not serious or we're not serious about it. So that's why I have here the 6 do's and don'ts for you to serve guidelines whenever you're having trouble in speaking in public. Make sure that you always learn to speak well, but don't worry because giving presentations is a skill that almost everyone can learn. So let's go to the first one we have. Be yourself. Actually, you want to be the best of yourself. In delivering a presentation, you just let your personality come through and share something real about yourself, either in words or in delivery, which you connect with people. And when you connect with people, you make a difference. Being natural is the best way to be comfortable in delivering presentation. And because too often, people giving business presentations think that they may act in a certain way, a stiff way, which is wrong. Of course, we must be professional, but being professional is very much different from being boring, right? So always learn to be natural or be yourself. So our second do is try to be George Carlin. Do you know who George Carlin is? If not, perhaps you're an alien. No, I'm just kidding. But George Carlin is one of the best public speaker and a comedian that I've ever known. So try to be George Carlin. No, I'm not saying that you need to be funny like him. Very few of us could attempt that. But you want to be as polished and well-rehearsed as he was. You must think through your presentation. You write and rewrite it and then practice some more. No, I don't want to sound rude, but you do want to be overly prepared because more than ready serves 2 functions. The first function is it will help you to ease the jitters. When we say jitters, this is about that. It will help you to ease jitters. It will help you to release the nervousness that you are feeling. There comes a time that whenever we're too nervous, we tend to act like strange or something like not good. So with the use of practice, we can perform very well, and so that's the first thing. The second function of practicing is it enables us to give a superior thought. I mean, the mastery of information that you are going to deliver is continued. So, which enables you to give the superior thought. Wait, let me write. So that's it. So wait, with these two, this gives us way to brings us in our first don't. So we have now the first don't, which is don't use slides with too much information. This is one of the common mistakes that many amateur speakers commit. They simply fall into the trap of they fall into the trap of simply reading their slides. Your slides should not supposed to be the talk. We use slides to serve guidelines to our audience, so for us as well, while speaking, to help you to help your audience understand what are you talking about and to understand briefly, of course. Doing so, if we put too much information with our slides, then you're going to put your audience into sleep, right? Beyond that, your slide should not accentuate your talk. You must only, why don't you choose the significant idea or the important ideas on the slides? So it should not accentuate your talk. Because doing this, because of that, too much information on slideshows allows people to tune out. If you put a lot of information in your slides, then you are allowing people to tune out. They might lose interest on what you are saying. And the other one is, not everyone learns by reading. We have what we call the multi-intelligence. When we say multi-intelligence, this states that people learn in different ways. Not only by reading, not only by speaking or writing or something else, but it's people doesn't learn only by reading, so don't focus on the slides. You should also pay attention on what you're saying. Don't be reliable to your slides. That's what I'm trying to say. So our next do remember that it's about the audience, not you. Having slides that people can easily comprehend is just a part of a larger issue. Your speech should not reveal how smart you are or how good you are, how much do you know in your vocabulary, or how incredibly funny you are. Your speech is your moment to teach the audience something new and help them understand the concept of what you are saying. If your commitment is more about them than you, or more about them than proving yourself, then they will see how talented you are. So that's it. Remember that it's always about the audience, not you. So our next do is have something unique to say. When we say have something unique to say, if you will make your presentation a memorable experience if you offer insights and ideas which otherwise they would not know. Maybe it contravenes the conventional wisdom or unusual code, and even better is a personal story you tell. But whatever it is, you always have to make sure that you make it unique, because it is true that when you tell someone a different thing, he or she will surely want to forget you. So that's it. Have something unique to say. So our last zone in public speaking is don't fall in love with your voice. It's like droning too long, or even speaking powerfully too long is just plain wrong. Why? You have to respect your audience. You have to notice their cues, their body languages. When you notice that your audience were looking at the ceiling or something like cleaning their fingernails or biting them, then it's obvious that they don't want to listen anymore. They get bored about it. So you must be attentive for that thing. According to the immortal words of Bobby Muma, that you have to leave them wanting more, and they'll call you back. You don't have to give the information. You don't have to speak that long. You just give them the enough information which do you think is enough for them to understand what you are talking. What are you trying to emphasize, the ideas. So that's all. Our 6 do's and don'ts in public speaking are: the first one is be yourself. Try to be George Carlin. Don't use slides with too much information. Remember that it's about the audience, not you. Then have something you need to say. You always have to be different, right? And our last is don't fall in love with your voice. So I hope that you can use these things in your public speaking, and hope you enjoy it. Bye bye.